What's the haps? I'm Meroka and welcome back to Orwell. Last we left off, we were going to do a little bit of digging into Cassandra's timeline and figure out what the heck she actually knows around here, or does, or things. I mean, I figure we can probably fill out quite a lot of her profile if we go digging through her timeline, right? Status, you're invited to tea inside the rabbit hole. So that is a different profile picture, isn't it? It's new portraits. Ta-da! Yeah, that updates it, and that's probably not terribly relevant to anything, but whatever. It's probably more actually her social media picture might be more up to date and accurate and representative than a police record profile picture from like a year ago. We have a birth date. Cool. Born 1992. Just a wee youngling compared to old man me. Actually, I picked a profile picture for myself. That's really not kind of been relevant to anything whatsoever so far. And her interests, where does that go? Where would that wind up? Aliases, accounts, contacts. Oh, activities, probably there, yeah. Upload complete. Yep, it did. Art, music, and activism. What a lineup. So, and there we go. That's in her personality. Oh, it's her personality, not activities. Okay, fine. Cassandra likes the Targets, who presumably are a band, painting, Alice in Wonderland, and her cats. Fair enough. Woohoo! First day in freedom, far away from the shackles of Watergate Farmer. Jake Clefton. Who's Jake Clefton? Well, who's going to pay for your stuff now? Mommy and Daddy won't like this. Listen, Jake, I'm not Daddy's little girl anymore. My aunt already got me a lot of money, more than enough to pay all my bills. Really? Because when I checked your portfolio, you were like, hey, hit me up for a message, I'll make you some hard work for free, it's fine. So, okay. Cassandra Watergate posted on January 29th. Okay, a few days before she officially quit the job. Despised puppets of the state, you finally managed to destroy us entirely. There's nothing left to do but congratulate you. These are my personal wishes to you from the deepest abyss of my heart. Fuck all of you government lackeys. Most painfully, Cassandra. Can we get the... I want the comments on that. Oh, these are the comments. Okay, right. It's kind of a... That I feel like should be like at the bottom of each section. That kind of makes it feel like that's the end of the post. It's an odd social media layout, but I don't know. I guess it's sort of emulating Facebook to a degree here. But I don't like how Facebook does things anyway. Twitter is my way forward as far as social media go, I'm afraid. So yeah, that's okay. So she's opposed to the government. That's good. Oh well, Miss Watergate, we aren't too fond of you either. Opposes the government vehemently. Sweetie, what's the matter? That totally doesn't sound like you. We haven't hung out for ages. You got to get out from time to time. You'll feel much better. Mary, shut your freaking mouth. Okay. Oh, this conflicts with something. Mary Bly broke conflicting update. Mary Bly broken friendship. What does that conflict with? Conflicts with one unknown data chunk. Oh, okay. So conflicts with something, but we don't know what it conflicts with? Yeah. I'm not in the mood for your stupid act. I told you again and again I cannot deal with this right now. You know what? I'm really sorry. I still care about my best friend, no matter how often she decides to give me the cold shoulder. But in that case, that's in the past now. Cassandra is in a relationship with Joseph Langley, who is not on Facebook. But there we go. Official. Yeah, we made it official now. We kind of established that already, but it was just through implication, whereas this is actually properly official now. I'm looking at Symes' profile picture. I guess I hadn't really... I guess he's kind of got a beard thing going on, but it looks like the shadow of his chin, and it just makes him look like he's got a really long neck with a really tiny head. And now I can't unsee that, and neither can you, so have fun with that. Symes has got a tiny, tiny head, which casts a massive shadow onto his chin. I presume that's supposed to be some sort of weird-ass wonky beard thing going on, but it just... yeah. It makes him look like he's got a tiny head. See, this is where his chin stops. This is just shadow. Okay? Cannot unsee. With her lawyer, might be noteworthy. Well, we knew this. Okay, fine. So, the Beholder actually wrote about me being freaking redeemed of this shit. But surprise, surprise, they had to mention the speculations over my parents buying me out. Makes the click counts go boom, doesn't it? Nationalbeholder.tna. Procedure closing raises manipulation suspicion. Oh, that's the article. Yeah, we've already looked at this article, right? Yeah. So that's blah 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 blah. I had to mention that. So, the Beholder actually wrote about me being redeemed, but surprise, surprise, they had to mention the speculations. Okay, she never actually officially says anything about it, although I wonder if the comment says anything. At least you're redeemed now. I want to blow off steam together a little late night shopping. Not today, I have a date this evening. Ooh, who's the lucky one? Case closed. Never had any doubts about it. Kiddo, you're my heroine in both the heroic and drug way. What? Okay. Maybe more to the pharmaceuticals than meets the eye. Okay, and that was a little bit implied earlier, but not to a heavy extent. They're like, oh, I need to get some pills from Big Pharma. I was like, wait, what? So are you having trouble sleeping, Cassandra, or is this something more? Yeah. 1,000 cams on the plaza, but no proof. We've shown the world this dirty surveillance machinery only exists to intimidate and mislead people into believing false promises. Cams for safety, one big lie. Well, I'm so happy for you. I knew everything would be okay in the end. Should have an awesome Cassandra Freedom Party on Friday. I'm so happy. I'm sure you heard the load fall off my mind. Yeah, I'll totally write an article on our blog. I'm so in. Okay, cool. Profile picture. We already got that one. The concert was amazing, so amazing I just had to give my hair a little makeover, so without further ado, how do you like it? This was... Oh, this is not... Oh, the picture is not super recent. That's July 2016 is this profile picture. When was the police case picture? Was that more up to date? Don't know. When was she... Did it mention when she was arrested before? Where was it? Procedure closing raises manipulation suspicions. That was August. Was there any mention of a date as to when the whole brick throwing incident happened? No. Don't know that. Back to Cassandra's timeline. Oh god, where were we at? Down here. Mary Bly. Oh my god, what happened to your beautiful hair? Why didn't you ask me before going to a stylist? We could have gone together. Cassie's gone punk. Did mommy and daddy agree with that? Looks nice, the whole new you. I need a new name then. New name. What about Cassandra? That's clever, I mean likey. Cassandra shall be known to the world as Cassandra. Is that name, I mean, was this just a joke on social media, or is this something she actually went with? No one's mentioned or referred to her as Cassandra ever since, but she may be worth sort of Googling that. An alias name, you know people on the web, so many names, so many identities. Always good to record every alias, then we can match data chunks to target persons if they're using them. So yeah, if we find someone by the name of Cassandra, we know it's going to be her now. So that's a spirit, kiddo, and I'd like to invite you to our little activist group. If you want to join us, it would be nice to have you with us for the protest on the Freedom Plaza on Friday. This guy, she was supplying for this guy and kind of fell in with his crowd by the looks of things then. Okay. I feel like I shouldn't just be uploading everything. I feel like I am supposed to cherry pick stuff, but right now I'm just like, yep, that's relevant, yep, that's relevant, yep, that's relevant, yep, that's relevant. An activist group, is there anything more specific? Oh, there's something in the listener. Incoming session. Can I... Oh, I see. Ah, yeah, new session with Joseph Langley. Okay. Did you hear about the Freedom Plaza? Yeah, don't remind me. You know I have a history with that place. Is it Coinky Dink? Our man doesn't believe in Coinky Dinks, though. Already fucking me up enough that I have to catch a bus from there every day. Too many bad memories, and now I was there moments before this happened. I never should have gone to that damn protest. Darling, you don't need to justify yourself to anybody, especially not to me. Okay, so she regrets this. So maybe it was a coincidence. Catch the bus every day. And I was so happy when the Goldfells accepted me into Thought. Goldfell's co-member of Thought, member of a group called Thought. I desperately wanted to go to prove my worth to the cause. If you'd not gone to the protest, you would have been wrongly indicted, and then would never have met. Yeah, I would not have been called a terrorist in all the papers. You're not a terrorist, ain't I? You sure? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Interesting. Oh, damn it. What? Your card's not working. Ah, yeah, because we got it disabled last time. Whoops. Card's not working, can't buy anything. Have you gone bankrupt or something? Unless you want a serious shopping spree, there should be plenty of money on there. Guess we'll have to go without wine. Go on. Here's the important thing. I've got an important appointment tonight. It's surprisingly out of schedule and I can't postpone it. You've got to be kidding me. Very sorry. We'll see each other tomorrow. You always have an appointment. Appointment here, appointment there, appointment every fucking where. Just calm down. How can you do this to me? I'm liking that they've even put typos in there, because, it's like someone typing quickly and angrily. I was like, that's how somebody would probably actually genuinely type. How have you taken your metharin? What was metharin? On medication metharin. That was something that the guys manufactured, probably, wasn't it? Yes, damn it, it's the only thing that matters to you. Am I on happy pills all day? Oh, it's nothing like that and you know it. Keep my mouth shut whenever you leave me hanging. If I don't show up at this appointment, I risk losing an important client. Fine, don't you understand that? No, I totally understand you risk losing that very important client of yours now. Cassie, don't be like that. I get it, I'm just not an important client anymore. Oh, come on, Cassie. I'm going home now in case I get up on that priority list of yours anytime soon. Please. Well, the case was closed. She isn't a client of his, not actively right now. I mean, it could be, you know, where this is going right now, but it's feeling like maybe this was a coincidence. I don't know. So that's presumably the name of the activist group, I think. I want to just go back to the reader. And Cassandra's timeline, still stuff to find on there. Where were we looking? Products. That's where we're looking at. Metharin, there we go. It's, that is the mood-elevating medication. It's happy pills. Antidepressant to help stabilize your emotions. Okay. So, you can get that. Probably relevant information. What's metharin? Can you look that up? Yes, I can. We know the name of the activist group she was in. So yeah, I guess I'll share all these related documents. Activist group called Thought. Maybe that's what influenced her. And who's Goldfells? Should find something that shows a current attitude, see if we're following the right person. Gonna have that. Her presence there before the bombing could be a coincidence after all. I'll reserve my thoughts until you find more evidence. Yeah, cool. Okay, so we're not automatically just accusing her just for being there. This is good. You wanted this, didn't you? Metharin blue. Antidepressant. There we go. I wonder if her adverse attitude towards the assault is actually worth anything then. Huh? What? Perhaps emotions were high if she's reliant on this medication. So looking at what you've extracted so far, we're dealing with a potentially dangerous personality. I'll indicate that to law enforcement. True, I don't think that necessarily means she planted a bomb, though, just because she's on antidepressants. And she's an emotional, artistic type. Okay, The Thought. What other Thought? The Thoughts are free. The Thoughts website. Yeah. I just kind of picked up on the fact that there's a lot of attention to detail in this. Like a little loading bar running along the top of the screen, and not all the images pop in until the website's fully loaded, but like the core content, like text and things, loads first. Nice details like that. It was well made, this game. If liberty means anything at all, it means the right to tell people what they do not want to hear. George Orwell. Ooh, okay. Interesting. Interesting quotations. So, the thoughts, they have, oh lord, they have like 9 blog entries to read through. I suppose we should start at the start? Articles private, oh, okay. Are all the archived ones private? Okay. So, Freedom is Unfree by Cassandra. Oh, she did start using that name. Oh, interesting. It's the cam. Oh, yeah. Oh, dude was like, great, you're free, whatever. And she was like, yeah, I'll totally write an article for your blog. And it's the same, and that was the same dude that invited her to the group. So that dude is the leader of Thought, right? And we've kind of established that much. Whether there's any links to that I can actually drag and drop to imply that right now, I don't know, but... Published by Cassandra. Cams everywhere, even at the Freedom Plaza. It's just me, or is that more than just a little bit, I don't know, ironic? You probably all know me as either that blue-haired punk bitch, stupid cunt, or anti-governmental terrorist. These are only some of the names I've been called during criminal investigation against me. That was just because in the middle of the chaos, someone believed to have seen me hurt a police officer. It never occurred to anybody that it wasn't me. We're there because we wanted a peaceful protest. We've always been against violence. One would assume that in an age where there are cams everywhere, it would be easy to prove whether I was involved or not, but it wasn't. It took weeks of investigative custody to figure out that cam footage was not actually clearly showing anything at all, which raises the question why there's so many cams in the first place. Intimidation only. You keep calm, quiet, and careful when there are cameras around, or you fear that there are cameras where you cannot see. When founding this blog years ago, Abraham predicted pretty much all of this predicted pretty much this for all of the web. I'll click on that link in a moment. And now it's in our lives, real lives too. We've been brought to the Freedom Memorial since we were kids at school. We were told lavish tales about the founders of the nation. We were told to show national pride, and I know what you're thinking. This thing is damn ugly. What is that donut even? The Let Freedom Ring? What, sorry? Oh, they're talking about the statue. Oh, she thinks the statue's ugly. Oh, okay. Interesting. This thing is damn ugly. What is that donut even? The Let Freedom Ring? But the statement behind this ridiculously enormous heap of stones should be clear. In the middle of the capitalism, there is a symbol of freedom, incomprehensible symbolism for everyone, isn't it? With cameras there, there's now the plaza of unfreedom, if anything at all. So, okay. So this is Goldfells. This is the guy that's apparently leading it. So I guess our punk friend that's friends with Cassie isn't leading this, but certainly recruiting for it. But I thought this was one of the archive posts. Can we read it just because she linked to it? Interesting. Because this is entry 1. When we clicked on it before, it was just like, no, you can't read that. I propose to consider the question, are our thoughts still free? While this may seem to be a surprising question in our current world of ever-growing digital surveillance, freedom of thought is no longer self-evident. Dear reader, there's a German folk song called The Thoughts Are Free. It goes like this. Thoughts are free, who can guess them? They fly by like nocturnal shadows. No man can know them, no hunter can shoot them. With powder and lead, the thoughts are free. I think what I want and what delights me, still always reticent as it is suitable. My wish and desire no one can deny me, and so it will always be, thoughts are free. And if I am thrown into the darkest dungeon, all these are futile works, because my thoughts tear all gates and walls apart, thoughts are free. When I was still young, long before I immigrated to the nation in 1993, I believed this to be universal truth, that there are no borders for thoughts and no rules for what is or is not allowed to be thought. It was not because I thought people should be so tolerant, not at all. Instead, I simply held it dear that nobody except for ourselves really knows what is going on in our heads until we choose to reveal it. Yesterday, a question crossed my mind. If the increasing interconnectedness of humans via modern technology serves more and more as a collective memory and brain of our society, there's an institution that is capable of monitoring every bitstream of it. How can thought still be free? It's not likely that we'll communicate only under great mental reservation to hold on to our knowledge. Which means as a final consequence, we will stop thinking. When I think of the increasingly aggressive observations of the surveillance machinery in the nation, I truly fear the answer to this question. That is why I created this blog. I want to encourage alternatives to the total control and safety bigotry of this digital world. A. Goldfells. Hey Goldfells, interesting name by the way. I stumbled upon your new blog, and that's some truth you tell here. The web was born in the sense of ultimate freedom to be who you want to be. Express yourself, wasn't it? Now the government has come to threaten this with real name policies and shit. Save your IP so they can look up who you are. And don't say anything wrong, possibly, about the time someone did something. If you didn't have one before, you just gained yourself your first follower. In fact, I'm surprised to find someone here at all. I didn't think anyone would ever find the blog at all. Thank you very much for your words. And yes, I'm delighted to have a first follower. Hello, admin. I like your things too. Could you one... What? Hello, admin. I like your things too. Could you but one now even more? Could you but one... What? Could you one but now even more? To get a service on... Oh, right. Oh, I see. It's spam. Right. I'm like, these words don't work. Okay, can I click on... Oh, we can click on Goldfells. Account Goldfells Administrator. Registered since March 2012. Last logged in December 2016. So he hasn't used his website since December. Been a little while. Okay, so... Has an adverse attitude towards violence. Conflicts with something else. What else have we got? On Cassandra's timeline? So, finding someone who had the grit and explosives to show how futile surveillance is. Ah, okay. Her article was just like, oh yeah, we just wanted to be peaceful. But her Facebook was probably a more accurate reflection on her actual thoughts, I guess. Is like, woo, yeah, someone blew up the dumb statue. Woo, violence. So, sees assault justified for showing the futility of surveillance, conflicts with a data chunk in freedom is unfree. So, we can go to show conflict. I presume, yeah. So that's opposes violence, but this one is clearly it's quite okay with violence in the right context. And yeah, the article was written, presumably carefully written and edited to be posted on the internet to it's kind of a propaganda piece for the activist group. So of course they're going to be like, yes, we're a peaceful group. We're here to demonstrate peacefully, to encourage freedoms. Whereas her actual thoughts on her actual timeline is more, woo! Someone blew up the statue. Yeah, that one's going on to Orwell. That was a slow upload. Must have been a lot of text. I suspected as much. Seems we're looking at the right person. Okay. I think what we found is all good and interesting, but I think we should search for something more concrete. We have to dig deeper. Oh, got another convo. Juliet Carrington, whoever that might be. Hey, Cassie. Hi, Jules. Cassie, I just wanted to know, did you blow up the statue? Your post on timelines about this assault. You really shouldn't write something like that. Hey, Jules, you're not going to preach to me about this stupid post, are you? No. I just wanted to know what's wrong, Cassie. It's nothing. Just between the two of us and Orwell. That's a lot of steam, you know? Because of what happened, isn't it? Yeah, and lots of other shit today. Bomb stirring up... This bombing stirred up all this crap again. You know what I did? What happened there wasn't your fault. So she kind of like... Where she was like, oh no, they couldn't prove it was me. No, there's no... Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Okay, there's some admissions. Wow. Who knows what would have happened if you hadn't stopped him, and that's why you should really remove this post. I feel like an asshole, the worst kind of asshole. I might be free, but not rightly so. I'm not innocent. Oh, Cassie. Nobody's innocent. So Juliet Carrington's part of this organisation as well, I guess, was there at the protest. Something went down that wasn't properly captured on camera, somehow. And where she's previously just been like, oh no, I was acquitted, it's okay, I'm innocent. There's always been this simmering little sort of thing in the back that's been like, oh yeah, no, going to this monument every day, it's like, I got issues with this. So, admitted guilt towards Juliet Carrington for having injured a police officer in a rage. Injured a police officer to protect Juliet Carrington. That's interesting. So what we can kind of infer there is I think the two are kind of one and the same, but they're kind of two different angles of looking at it. So I guess the police officer was intimidating or approaching or generally doing, or maybe had attempted to arrest Juliet or something. Something had gone down between a police officer and Juliet. Cassandra got angry about the situation and smashed his skull in with a brick, frankly. From Juliet's perspective, she was doing it to save her. From Cassandra's perspective, she was like, oh my god, I smashed the skull of a father of 2 children in a fit of rage. There were probably better ways to have handled a situation. I mean, one might have imagined that Juliet wouldn't actually have been killed by the police officer, but you never know. It depends on which country we're talking about. If this is America, and it is not, it is the nation. But if it was America, you know, there's a very, very real element of perhaps shoot first and ask questions later. Other nations, maybe less so, but still not out of the realms of possibility. Depends on whether it's a country where the police officers actively carry guns or not. certainly would not have been a good experience for Juliet, but nobody needed to end up a vegetable. Whereas with Cassandra's intervention, that kind of probably, maybe did happen? Interesting. So which of these two do we go with? Injure the police officer to protect Juliet? Or on the side of law and order? I don't know. I want more details. I want to know, was the police officer using excessive force in this particular situation? This is relevant information that I want to know. It was like, was her injuring the police officer genuinely justified? I can't tell that from this one conversation. Because we don't have the details on the event. Yikes. I am going to side with Juliet on this one, I think. I think I will. Well, I guess I have now. Well, where did that come from? This is perfect. We can arrest her again and open the investigation. However, it probably won't be able to hold her for long if it really happened in defense of Juliet. Very good work. The intervention team is already on its way. We'll wait for confirmation. Miss Watergate's case, it was not a problem to get her address with the help of local police due to a former record. Oh man, are we... Was that it? Was that... Are we... Oh my god. Is this... Have we set wheels in motion now? What about what you said? Maybe you're right. I should take the post down. It'd be better, believe me. Wait a second, somebody's at the door! BRB! Okay, I'll wait. Okay. You ain't coming back. She ain't coming back. By the way, how's your boyfriend? You're still together? You haven't been talking about him that much lately. Which is not... That's sort of tangential information that never really came up. Never really came up useful to the case too much, I don't think, so I guess you could drag and drop it if you didn't have that information already. Okay. I'll inquire if all went well with arresting Miss Watergate. You did a good job in any case. Yeah, because she didn't come back to the chat. Well, we have no proof she's involved in the bombing. We might be able to question her. Despite acting in defense of Juliet, she seems to be unstable under threat. Received confirmation that she is now in custody. Very good work indeed. I'm curious about this thought group, though. Whether they... Oh, God. Oh, no, no. Take a look at the news. Oh, jeez. Headlines. 2 dead after second explosion. Explosion at Stelligan University campus kills 2 students. Is the connection to yesterday's assaults? Half an hour... No. Let me read the article! 2 dead, similar approach, similar letter found. The assaults are connected. As if that wasn't enough already, Miss Watergate was in custody at the time, so she's out of the picture, at least for this attack. This complicates matters massively, so much for our simple test case. I need to speak to my superiors, see how we're to proceed given these extenuating circumstances. You're good today, you can log off and get some rest by clicking the button on the top right of the desktop. Try and get some sleep, I have a feeling for the next few days are going to be trying at best. Half an hour ago, an explosion occurred at the campus of Bonton University according to latest reports. At least 2 people were killed, 3 injured. Areas evacuated immediately. According to the unconfirmed statement, City Administration Office received an anonymous letter just minutes prior to the detonation, which again contained the first 3 stanzas of German folk song, Die Gedanken sind frei, which we know the Thought group is a particularly big fan of, because they wrote a blog post saying, I really like this song, so yeah, can definitely tie these explosions to that group, I would have said. Well, not conclusively, but certainly circumstantially. There's a lot of evidence to suggest that. But certainly ain't Cassandra Watergate that's done it, even if she is involved with the group. Interesting. So, we'll inform you about any developments on this event as soon as further details are available. I think that's that. Is there anything on Cassandra's timeline? Is there anything else that needs doing? Really, Cassie, you laugh at people being killed? Are you out of your mind? There's still like red marks on some of these, which make me think there's still relevant information. Was there anything in there to drag and drop? No. Is that a different profile picture I can use? Nope. The red marks let me kind of lead me to believe the stuff that's undone, but the fact that we've got the "hey, you should probably leave the game" thing flashing in the top corner kind of also tells me that I think we're at the end of the first chapter. I think this is the end of chapter 1 of Orwell. This is an interesting game. I'm going to have to play through the remaining chapters. I think it's 5 chapters. If they're all about the same length, that's a really good length. Actually, that's good in a game for me. Just 5 bite-sized chunks of about an hour at a time. That's great. I'm on board with that as far as games go. If games could deliver more stuff like that, I'd be happy. But yeah, for now, we shall leave that there. I guess the next chunk is out on the 27th, I think. So that will be later this week. So I guess you can expect a little bit more when the second chapter's out. Thank you very much for watching. I have been Meroka. I'll see you next time.